This is how you can scrape the emails of thousands of local businesses in just a couple of minutes. So the first thing you need to do is head over to make.com and create a new scenario. Now we want to connect with Apify, which is basically a website where you can connect to many different APIs. So click on Apify and run an actor. So now I want to connect to our Apify accounts. So what we can do is that we can head over to apify.com. And in here, you need to sign up to Apify, and then you will come over to the console. And in the console here, you want to head over to the store and search for Google Maps Extractor. Once you've done that, as you can see, there are many different Google Maps extractors on Apify. We want to use the first one that pops up here. So we click on that. And in here, you see that we can scrape the websites basically from Apify, but we don't want to do that. We want to get the JSON input that we can send to the API endpoint. So let's say we want to scrape a barber, which is fine. We want to scrape it from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Again, fine. For this video, we will only scrape 5 websites. Now you can set this to 2,000 if you like, but I recommend starting off with 5 for testing it out. Then you can click Start to test it. This will use some free usage points. As you can see down in the left area here of the page, you have $5 of free usage, which is actually a lot of tokens. For this little scrape, you can see we used $0.03. And as you can see, all of these have websites. The reason for this is that we actually set it to be, as you can see in the JSON here, website only with website. So we can actually now go ahead and copy this JSON input. We head back over to the make.com scenario, and we can now select the actor. First, if you have not already connected your Apify account, you can basically come over to this website URL, and you can get your API token. Then you click Save to connect it. And now you can find the actor down here. If you did the little test run in Apify, you will find your API here, which is the Compass/Google Maps extractor. We want to run this asynchronously. You want to run this synchronously, so the JSON input here, it is really important that you paste it as plain text. So once you pasted it as plain text, you can click OK. And then to get the output formatted correctly, we want to use get dataset items. And in the dataset ID, we want to scroll down until we find the default dataset ID. And this will be a clean data transformation using JSON. Hit OK. And if you now run this once, we should get the same output as we did back in the Apify website. So let it just take its time. There we go. Let's see what we got. In the result here, you can see that the first bundle returned the barber called McKinn's Barber, and the website here with the barber, same for all the other bundles here. You can see this one is called Crown Barbershop, and it has a website right here. So the next thing we can do is actually head over to outscraper.com and make yourself an account here on Outscraper, and you will get an API token down here that you need to copy to connect to Outscraper. If you search Outscraper here, you can find it in the next module, and we want to use the emails and contacts scraper. And in here you can add your Outscraper account. Don't worry about my email. That is just a backup email I have. So then you can use the output website from the Apify, which we will use for the Outscraper API for that to scrape the emails. Hit OK. So if we do that now, let's see what we get returned. There we go. Now Outscraper is done with the scrape. Let's see what we got. So from operation 1, we got an output. Let's see, it found the external emails. So here it has one email. It has 10 emails that are external, so basically not from the website, but it found other sites like Facebook or Instagram or whatever that the business uses, and it found their mails there. We can see from the second operation here, there are no emails for that. It typically finds emails like 75% of the time or something like that. External emails. Again, let's see if we found some real emails. There we go. So this is how it is if the emails are internal, basically on the website, displayed on the website, then Outscraper will return those. So what we can do now with this data is that we can actually add this to a Google Sheet. So you can head over to your Google Docs and create a new Google Sheet. We have done this here called Barbers in Pittsburgh. And we have the headers name, business name, website, email 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we can actually do, you can call these internal email 1 and internal email 2, and then external email 1 and external email 2. So that we can actually see which emails that we got from Outscraper, if it was external or internal emails. Like this. There we go. And now we need to connect to our Google Sheets here in make.com. We need to add a row for every output we get from Outscraper. So what we can do here is first you need to connect to your Google Sheets. And then we can search the path. Let's see, we need to do tutorials. And we need to do Barbers in Pittsburgh. And let's call this with websites. What we can do now, no, with emails. With emails, that would be a better name because we are only putting in the websites with emails. So the sheet name will be, if we update it, it will now be with emails, and it contains headers, yes. So let's set the business name to the business name that we got from Apify, which was the title, and the website to the website that we got from Apify, which is the website. And then we can set the internal email to, this is a little more difficult, to the first internal email. So we need to put, first you click the emails.value, then we need to set it to the first email. We need to say get, and within a parenthesis, before and after, emails 1 value. And then we can copy this down to internal email 2 and just change it to 2. And for external email, we can do the same. We can click on value, and then we need to have the parenthesis and 1 and get. There we go. Didn't understand that was the closing parenthesis. There we go. And then we can copy this down to external email 2. Like that. Okay. Now let's see how it goes. Let's run this again, and I'll be back in a little minute. So now we have our results. Let's go and see in the Google Sheets, and there you can see that we have the website, the business name, the website, the internal email 1 and 2, and external emails for 2 of the barbershops. So that's basically how you can do it. The only thing you need to do to increase the volume here is that you can change the max scroll places per search. And you can also set this to wherever you want and whatever type of business you want. So if you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see how you can make a personalized email from this little sequence, make sure to hit the video that is displayed on screen now.